As the final buzzer echoes in yet another disheartening playoff exit, a pressing question looms over the Milwaukee Bucks and their cornerstone superstar, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is it time for a change? With the team seemingly stuck in a cycle of high expectations and playoff disappointments, the whispers of Giannis needing a new home grows louder. Could a move away from the Bucks be the key to unlocking the next chapter of his storied career? Since their 2021 NBA championship win, the Milwaukee Bucks have experienced a challenging journey marked by a solitary playoff series victory. The road's been rough, paved with severe injuries, high-stakes trades, and frequent coaching changes. In the unforgiving world of professional basketball, nuances often get overshadowed by the harsh reality of results. The term all-in is frequently tossed around to describe teams stretching their limits for a shot at a championship. Typically, teams cornered by circumstances find ingenious escapes. Take the Bucks, for instance. Deemed fully committed last season, they dramatically changed their course by acquiring Damian Lillard. But this action limited their choices for additional development to almost nothing. Almost right away, a sequence of mistakes happened. By trading Jrue Holiday to the Boston Celtics, the Portland Trail Blazers greatly strengthened a major opponent. Then, attempts by new coach Adrian Griffin to transform the team's established identity backfired, producing uneven transition and perimeter defense. After 43 games, his reign was cut short. Chris Middleton battled injuries and tried to get back to form in his upheaval. Following a season of incredible performance by Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks hobbled into the playoffs, only to have Giannis sidelined for the whole first round with a calf strain. This sequence of events, disaster following humiliation, culminated in a playoff elimination by the Indiana Pacers in 6 games. With another season ending in disappointment, the pressing question is, where do the Bucks go from here after 3 consecutive years of underachievement? How can they reclaim their former glory? For the eternal optimists, there's a silver lining. Running it back with the league's second oldest roster and minor tweaks isn't the worst strategy. Consider it a reset, put the disastrous season behind, and allow Doc Rivers to fully implement his strategies in the upcoming training camp, then foster better chemistry between Dame and Giannis, hoping for a healthy playoff run. Despite potential shifts in the Eastern Conference hierarchy due to restless stars and eager owners, this strategy might not be in vain. However, for those seeking a more dynamic approach, the Bucks might need to adopt a bolder strategy. What about packaging Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, and an unprotected 2031 first-round pick for players like Marcus Smart or DeAndre Hunter? Such moves could provide financial relief and rejuvenate the roster with younger, more athletic talent. Trading Damian Lillard isn't feasible due to his hefty contract, and Middleton remains crucial, but perhaps exploring a trade for Brook Lopez could be beneficial. Despite being 36 and on a $23 million expiring contract, Lopez remains a top-tier rim protector. Imagine the Bucks reaching out to the Pelicans to propose a trade involving Lopez and Andre Jackson for Herb Jones and Larry Nance Jr., a swap filled with intriguing possibilities and challenges for both teams. Securing an NBA title in the coming season remains a tangible possibility for the Milwaukee Bucks, despite the challenges that have marked their recent campaigns. Last year, the Bucks' 4 most utilized lineups exhibited dominance on the court, particularly when Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Chris Middleton played together. Their collective presence yielded a net rating of plus 17.5, translating to a commendable 28-14 record in the games they all participated in. However, the margin for error was uncomfortably slim, with limited avenues to address persistent defensive weaknesses that haunted them throughout the season. Yet it's often said that calm seas don't make skilled sailors. The trials faced by Milwaukee could serve as valuable lessons, fostering a resilient, explosive, and synergistic team. The trials faced by Milwaukee could serve as valuable lessons, fostering a resilient, explosive, and synergistic team when the stakes are highest. For those inclined towards pessimism, the scenario may seem overly optimistic. Doubts linger, with some expecting a repeat of the awkwardness and letdowns that characterized the past season. Given the team's aging core, dwindling resources, and salary cap constraints, the feasibility of reshaping a viable contender around Antetokounmpo, who will be approaching 30 next December, remains questionable. This raises a crucial consideration. When might it be the time for either party to contemplate a change of course? Giannis recently committed to Milwaukee with a 3-year, $175.9 million extension, securing his place with the Bucks until the 2026-2027 season ends. On a sentimental note, it would be quite heartwarming if he were to spend his entire career with the Bucks. However, this contractual commitment doesn't fully mitigate his repeated public expressions of desire to clinch to another championship, whether that's with Milwaukee or even elsewhere. If the sole excitement about the Bucks' future hinges on Giannis' presence, then the future could darken quite suddenly. This is not to imply that the Bucks are about to become irrelevant. If Giannis were to ask for a trade this summer, especially given the injuries, his calf and Lillard's Achilles, they were major determinants of Milwaukee's inability to advance past the first playoff round for the second year straight. It would be indeed shocking. Still, this season was presented as championship or bust, and the Bucks showed they could succeed at the highest level, only in short bursts. Their roster was clearly poor and lacked flexibility, a frustrating reality that might have affected Giannis' assessments of his colleagues' effort and dedication, especially after Lillard missed consecutive losses to the Wizards and Grizzlies in early April, a season marred with confusing losses. Over the remarkable 11-year tenure of Giannis with the Milwaukee Bucks, the subject of bigger markets has repeatedly emerged. Being a worldwide basketball star, Giannis could naturally be drawn to the wider possibilities presented by bigger media markets, especially as he tries to maximize the financial value of his own brand. Milwaukee ranks 38th out of all the US media markets right now, behind towns like Hartford and Columbus. This rather small market might hinder Giannis' capacity to maximize his popularity for best financial and branding gains off the court. The strategic relevance of marketing size goes beyond basic financial benefit. It also relates to the extent of influence and audience involvement that can be rather vital, as Giannis intends for the long-term course of his career and even legacy. In the US, the largest media markets, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Dallas, not only represent significant commercial hubs, but also host NBA teams with potential for a championship success. The New York Knicks, LA Lakers, Philadelphia 76ers, and Dallas Mavericks are more than just sports teams. They're platforms for substantial career growth in terms of achievements and personal branding. The combination of sporting success and extensive media exposure in these locations is ideal for a star like Giannis, which will give him access to a broader audience and richer endorsement deals. Furthermore, cities like Boston and the San Francisco Bay Area offer their own unique allure. The Boston Celtics are perennial title contenders, and the tech-driven, culturally rich environment of San Francisco, particularly the possibility of playing alongside Stephen Curry, presents an attractive package for any player, especially one keen on a blend of competitive success and a vibrant market presence. However, the state of the Milwaukee Bucks paints a less rosy picture. Despite Giannis' loyalty, the team's performance has been disappointing, highlighted by an underwhelming season and a chaotic coaching change from Adrian Griffin to Doc Rivers, who concluded the regular season with an uninspiring 17-19 record. Outside of Giannis and Damian Lillard, the team lacks impactful players. Veterans like Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez haven't maintained their peak forms, and other role players haven't stepped up as game changers. This lack of depth and top-tier talent has left the Bucks in a precarious middle ground, competent but not truly competitive for a championship. With limited assets available for trades or acquisitions, Milwaukee's situation suggests a grim form of NBA limbo. As Giannis contemplates his future, he faces a decision influenced by both a deep affinity for Milwaukee and the enticing prospects of larger markets. The draw of bigger cities with their expansive media coverage and larger fan bases, combined with the opportunity to join a roster capable of championship contention, might prove irresistible. For Milwaukee and its fans, this scenario necessitates a strategic approach from the team's management. They must strive to construct a compelling and competitive team that not only appeals to Giannis' professional ambitions, but also recognizes the significant role the market dynamics play in his decision-making. As the NBA continues to evolve, the Bucks are challenged with making their franchise appealing and competitive, ensuring it remains a viable option for elite players who aim to make a significant impact on and even off the court. So that's all the time we have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon on your way out. See ya!